Hey y'all, it's your girl Nikki here, and I'm back with another video. So today I am recording a cooking dinner with me video. So in this clip, I am showing you all the ingredients that we gonna need to make this dinner, okay? So first you're gonna need some salt, some black pepper, a stick of butter, some extra virgin olive oil, and I do have pink salt. You can use whatever salt that you have on hand. And then you're going to need some cooking oil. What I have here is canola oil. You can use vegetable oil if you like. You're going to need one large yellow onion, some potatoes. We're not going to use all them potatoes. We're going to use some of them potatoes, okay? We're going to need a bag of frozen broccoli here. And then also we are going to need fish. Now, the fish that I have here today is called Swahi fillets. You can find this in your local Walmart. Or you can use whatever fish fillets that you want to use. It's all about your preference. And I'm going to be using some Louisiana fish fry, y'all. If my grandma knew I was taking a shortcut and not using cornmeal, she would kick my butt. But we are going to use this today, honey, because we are trying to cut corners. So now I'm going to cut up my potatoes. Now, I like leaving the skin on my potatoes. You definitely can peel your potato skin off if you want to. This is all based on your preference. This is how I like to do it. So I'm cutting up my potatoes to make smothered potatoes here, and I'm just cutting them, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch thick. And that is what I'm doing in this clip here, like I'm showing y'all. And don't come for me because I'm cutting up my potatoes on my counter that I clean, okay? So now that I have all that potato cut into pieces, I'm going to put it in the drainer here, which I'm going to be rinsing off my potatoes in. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys watch this clip, and yeah, I will be right back. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the potatoes in the sink inside this drainer, and I'm going to wash them really, really good. So yeah, guys, while we're here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on another one of my videos, you guys. So in this video, I'm using cold water to just rinse over the potatoes, and I'm making sure I get all the potatoes underneath, the ones on top, and just rinsing them really, really good to get all that starch and dirt and whatever off of the potatoes. So you want to take your time on this step and really make sure you're washing the potatoes really thoroughly, as I'm doing here. So now that I got the potatoes all washed, I'm going to go ahead and cut my onion up. I'm using a large yellow onion. You can definitely use white onion. And I haven't used red onion in this dish before, so I don't know how that tastes. If you want to try it out, let me know how it goes for you. But I am using a yellow onion in this dish. And so, yeah, I went ahead and peeled the skin off of my onion. And now I'm going to begin to cut my onion into pieces. I will show you a piece of the onion to show you like what shape and size and the thickness of the onion, you guys. And let me tell y'all, this onion was big. I love onions. My husband don't really like onions too much, but I put a lot of onions in this dish because potatoes and onions together, it sounds just to me. So this is the shape that I'm showing you guys, and which I cut the onion, and it just looks like this. So you want a whole bunch of these onion pieces like this. So now we're gonna move on to the stove top, you guys. So I have a skillet here, and I'm just putting some extra virgin olive oil at the bottom of that skillet and turning it on a medium heat, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my potatoes. Now, I did need a bigger pot for the amount of potatoes that I ended up with, but it's okay. We're going to make it do what it do, okay? So now I'm going to add in the onions, and I'm just sprinkling those on top of the potatoes. It's not any certain type of way. I'm just topping the potatoes with all the onions that I cut up. And it may look like a lot of onions, but they do cook down because we are going to smother these potatoes, okay? So once I got the potatoes and the onions in the skillet, I am going to season it. And I did add a little salt and just black pepper. You can definitely add garlic powder to this. Sometimes I add crushed red peppers, but because my kids was eating it, I did not add any because it can get a little bit spicy. So here you see me just placing a tight lid on top of it because the potatoes is going to steam in here, okay? So now moving on to the fish. I've washed it, took it out the packaging and washed the fish, and now I have it in a bowl, and I have my fish fry over here, excuse me, over here in a separate little dish here to dunk it in. So I'm going to do 2 at a time in the skillet, and I am using a cast iron skillet, y'all, because there ain't no better skillet out there to fry your fish and your chicken in than a cast iron skillet. So yes, I'm coating both sides of the fish, just sprinkling it, turning it around. In the batter here, or in the fish fry, making sure I coat it nice and evenly before putting it into the hot grease. And I did have my grease heating up on the stove prior to this. So yeah, y'all, watch this. Watch this. Oh, that grease is ready and it's perfect. So you just want to be careful when laying the fish into the grease so you don't splatter any hot grease on yourself or anything like that. So just carefully lay the fish into the grease like so, y'all, and this is what it's looking like. That grease is like perfect temperature, okay? Okay. So let me give y'all a little close up to like the action that is going down right now, okay? So now we are going to move on to the broccoli. The broccoli is pretty much simple. I'm just putting some frozen broccoli into a pot on the stove. I have like a little bit of water in there because I kind of want to steam the broccoli and not really cook it. I still want it to have like a green color because that means it still has all its nutritions in it. Because sometimes you can cook all the nutrients out of the broccoli because you want to cook it for so long and just sop it up with butter and everything. So I put a lid on top of it so it could just steam a little bit. And here I am checking on the potatoes. So now with these potatoes, you have to let it sit for a while because the bottom, y'all, the bottom is my favorite part because the potatoes at the bottom get nice and crispy and they kind of get this nice golden crisp coating on the outside of them. And so you just want to make sure periodically you're just scraping the bottom of the pan so none of it burns. And so that is just what I'm doing here, just mixing in all the seasoning, kind of mixing in the onions as well. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So you just want to make sure you do this periodically throughout the cooking duration of these potatoes. And I just put the lid back on because they are not done yet, okay? So yeah, now I'm going to turn my fish, and I'm using these tongs to do so. And watch how golden brown this is, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. That is just like, that's just perfect. That's perfection right there. You can't get that everywhere, okay? So I'm just turning over the fish in the fish oil, letting it drain. I'm trying to let y'all see how golden brown that piece of fish is right there, okay? And a little disclaimer, my family does not eat like this all the time. I can't even remember the last time I fried fish, but hey, my kids been asking for fried fish, so I said, why not? Now, look at that. That piece of fish is all golden and brown and just looks delectable. And I'm just going to, I have my oven, as you can see in the background, preheated on like 170. And I'm just going to place the fish in the oven on this rack, would you may, to stay warm as I cook the rest of the fish. So now I'm going to go ahead. I've already battered my other fish, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop it in the grease. Like so, like I did the other fish. And yeah, again, you want to just do 2 fish at a time unless you just have a big skillet, because you don't want to crowd the skillet because it brings down the temperature of the oil. So now the potatoes are pretty much almost done. So at this point, I'm going to turn the heat off from under them, and I'm going to just place the lid back on top and just let them finish smothering. All that steam that you see comes out contributes to the potatoes get nice and tender. So now the broccoli's done. It didn't take long at all. I did put a little bit of butter in the broccoli today. I usually don't. I usually just put salt and pepper in the broccoli, but I decided to just put a little bit of butter in there to just add a little bit of flavor. I don't know. And then I'm going to be seasoning it with just some salt and pepper. Sometimes I do season my vegetables with gate seasoning, but today I just use regular salt, regular pepper. So I'm just going to give that a mix and mix that all together. And pretty much the broccoli is basically done. So this is the last batch of fish that I have to fry. So I'm just going to ahead and take a look at that golden color. I just can't get past that golden brown, y'all. Y'all want to learn how to fry some fish? Y'all need to watch this video, okay? And hit that like button. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out my last batch of fish. And here is everything all nice and cooked and done. We got our smothered potatoes with onions. Look at all that caramelized goodness at the bottom of that skillet, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. That just looks like a pile of just love right there, y'all. Then we got our broccoli back here. Look how nice and green that broccoli is. And how good. Look at that seasoning on there. Then we got all our fish here all laid out. Nice and brown. Nice and drained. Make sure you get all that excess oil off of there, y'all. So yes, y'all, this is the finished product right here, y'all. This is it all plated up. We got the broccoli, we got the smothered potatoes, and we got the fried fish, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember that God loves you, I love you, and it's important to love yourself. And if you haven't given your life to Jesus, I encourage you to do so today. And until next time, you guys, love you. Bye-bye.